benchmark. Canada's economy suffered its biggest drop on record. The gross domestic product shrank 38.7% in the second quarter as the economy slowed to a crawl. Millions of Canadians were laid off during the widespread lockdown, and more than 8 million people turned to the federal government for financial support. So, is the worst behind us? Our chief political correspondent David Akin joins us with more on the record drop and the promising new signs of a rapid recovery. David?
Well, Robin, Canada's economy was also the worst in the world for that period, April through June, and that's because the federal and provincial governments shut down businesses and schools and kept them shut down through most of the quarter in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Canada's economy is built on three pillars: consumer spending, business spending, and international trade. And in the second quarter, all three of those pillars took a pounding like never before. Household spending plunged 13%. With shops and restaurants shut down, consumers did not have many places to spend their money. Business investment dropped 16.2%. StatsCan chalked that up to limited construction activity, plant closures, low oil prices, and overall uncertainty. Exports sank by 18.4%, while imports sagged by 23%. Blame that on plant shutdowns and a border closed to tourists. But there was a glimmer of good data that could help spur a rapid, record-setting recovery. The amount of disposable income consumers had actually rose 10.8% in the quarter. That's a result of massive government support programs like the CERB that appears to have offset job losses. But that came with a cost. The federal government said Friday that the deficit skyrocketed in the quarter to $120 billion versus just $85 million for the same period last year. In any event, that means there's a lot of pent-up consumer buying power ready to help rapidly reinflate the economy. And indeed, that is just what is happening. Canada's GDP is on a pace already to set a record for a jump in GDP in the current quarter. And this time, Canada's economy is outperforming the United States and most of its peers, and that's because Canada is doing a better job than most others in keeping COVID-19 under control. Robin?
David Akin.